Hey everyone, welcome back to another Dungeon Saga Battle Report. We are back playing the Dwarves King's Quest. The heroes continuing their search to hunt down the evil necromancer Mortibris. Today we are playing Mission 4, Left or Right. Guys, we want to give a special shout out to our Patreon members. These are the Crimson Masters. Bob Boyette, Marcus Jacinto, thank you very much for your patronage, and thank you so much for helping this channel to grow. Guys, if you guys are interested in joining our Patreon, I'll have the link in the description below in case you guys want to check that out. Our heroes with their starting equipment and skills, we have Orloff. He will have the Tough skill and the Frenzy skill. We have Rorden. He will have the Tough skill, and his item will be the Haste Potion. We have Madriga, who has the skill Sure Shot, and she has the item Spider Silk Armor. And then we have Daenor, who is now a Magister in this particular mission, and he's got 7 spells. He's got Brisk Work, Crystallize, Corrode, Break Ward, Feet of Stone, Flame Bolt, and Burn. His items, he has 2 healing potions, 1 energy crystal, which is level 2, 2 energy crystals that are level 1. We have the mission all set up. This is just a partial of it because we're going to try something new here. As we start discovering certain areas, I will go ahead and lay out the rest of the map depending on which side we go. And for this particular mission, there is cave-ins. So these areas here that have these little circles, that means that it's very kind of brittle. So that means we have to roll a die. So we'll be rolling 1 die for the heroes, 1 die for the overlord, and on a roll of a double, it collapses. And that means that this whole area is taken out. If there's a hero in there, he gets crippled. Any monsters, they get destroyed, and that path is pretty much blocked. If for any reason the number is different, what you're going to do is we're going to subtract the roll. So like for example, here it'd be a difference of 2. That's how many times that token is going to move clockwise. So that means that it would move 1, 2, and the token would now end up over here in this spot. The mission is pretty much to find the door, to break it open, and the heroes win the scenario. The overlord wins if he cripples one of the heroes, or he just prevents him from getting out before his deck runs out. So now we're going to go ahead and draw the overlord cards. His first card is going to be 2 extra commands. His second card, you are in my power. He's going to be able to neutralize one of the heroes for a turn. And then Dance Macabre, everyone's going to be able to move 1 square, or they can fight. Okay, so now it's going to go on to the heroes. Oh, and the necromancer can summon up to 4 skellies, 2 archers, and only 1 revenant can be in play. Zombies can be resurrected, but everything else can be. So starting something new, if there's a different path, I'm going to start rolling. So the heroes can choose to either go this way or straight. I'm going to roll a die, 1 through 3. It's going to go that way. Anything else, we're going this way. All right, here we go. A 1. That means we're going to go straight that way. So we're going to have to hurry up and get out of dodge so to make sure that this doesn't blow up on us. So we'll start with Rorden. He is going to move 6. So he can't go that way diagonal because these things are blocked. So he's going to have to go straight. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to end up there. And actually, he's going to go ahead and try and crush this door. So he's going to have 4 combat dice. And the door has 3. So we use the white dice for that. And we need at least 1 success of 3 or better to try and block. So we're going to get rid of the feeble dice, which the door gets no defenses because Rorden's a defense of 4. Oh, actually, he'll defend it with 1. And Rorden is just going to break it down. So that door gets crunched down. So after Rorden did his destruction on the door, this is the new path here. Another cave-in right here. Or I should say chance of a cave-in. The zombie appears, more skeleton bones, and there's the other door that we need to try and go through. So it'll be a different path here that we're going to have to choose which way to go. So for now, Rorden is done. So now we're just going to have Madriga go and she's just gonna run up, and she's got a speed of 8. So she is moving up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She can move there because that's empty. 7, 8. She's gonna move in front of Rorden because she's gonna go ahead and take a shot at the zombie, and she's gonna try and take him out. So she's got a 4-die shot, and that is with her shooting, and which is right over here. She has combat 3 or shooting 4. So, and it's gonna be long range. We know that's gonna be in short. And the zombies have a defense of 2. So she's gonna have a 2-die defense to try and dodge. And whoa, man, Magica tore it up. She got 2 6s, a 5. The 1's gonna be a feeble. The 4s are gonna block because her defense is a 2. But all 3 beat those 2. So that means it's gonna be 3 hits. So 3 hits on the zombie, and that means that it is destroyed. So good shot on Madriga. So now, actually, she even had a reroll. I forgot she has a sure shot. So now we're just gonna go ahead and go with, I guess we'll go with Daenor. Just, I don't want him kind of straggling behind. So we'll have Orlov kind of hitting up the back. So he's gonna move 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to block it either. And actually, he can't go there. He goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's a pile of bones there too. Oh, heck with it. 6, 7. He's just gonna move up. He's gonna move up to there. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna go ahead and try and do crystallize, which I believe he rolls a die. And depending on what I roll, he can get a power crystal. So let's roll. He rolled a 1. So he gets an energy 1 power crystal out of that. Said that backwards. It's an energy crystal with a power 1. Okay, so kind of goofed that up, but that's fine. Anyway, so back to Orlov. He's gonna activate. He moves 7. So he's just gonna run as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's just gonna head up right behind these guys. And he pretty much can't go anywhere else. So we got the back covered. So depending on what happens here, we're gonna find out if the Overlord is gonna do something to try and stall these heroes. Overlord's gonna activate, and he's gonna cast You Are in My Power. So we're gonna put this, we're gonna put it on Daenor. We're gonna go ahead and stall him. So he's not gonna be able to do anything this next turn. And that'll take out that card, and we'll put something here showing that he is pretty much in a trance, and he can't do anything. Okay, so he's stalled. So now he's going to be able to activate. So we're going to activate this zombie, and he's just going to move. So 1, 2, and he's going to strike at Madriga. So the zombie is going to have 2 combat dice. Madriga's going to have 3. And actually, the zombie is, no, I'm guessing he would still be outnumbered, because it just says that he can't do nothing, but I'm pretty sure he will still be able to help. So I'm gonna go ahead and what it does is it will subtract a die, but since he only has 2, it won't go any lower. So that means his armor is gonna go down by 1, but his armor is already a 1. So that means that it just nothing happens pretty much. So the zombie pretty much doesn't care. Okay, so Madriga needs 2+, and the zombie is gonna need 3s in order to hit Madriga. So actually, he's gonna need 4s because the spider silk armor gives her +1 to her armor. Okay, here we go. All right, so the zombie's gonna hit at least once. Madriga can, no, she can't reroll a die. It's only under shooting, so actually she's gonna get hit. She's gonna take a damage. She couldn't beat that 6. So that is pretty much the Overlord's turn, because he cannot activate anybody else. there's no exploration here, so he can't move, and there's no other zombies on the board besides him. So he's gonna draw his Overlord card. He's gonna have 2 interrupts. And actually that really can't do anything for him, but we are gonna roll 2 dice, and we're gonna determine what's going on with this cave-in. Here we go. So it is in doubles, and it's a difference of 1. So that is not good, because that means it's gonna, clockwise is gonna move 1. So it's just gonna end up here. So here we go. We got Rorden. He is gonna go ahead and move back. So he's gonna move 1, 2, and he is done. And now we're gonna move Madriga. She's gonna try and back up. Now the zombie's gonna get a free swipe at her. And she's not injured yet, so she's still gonna have her 3 dice. So she's gonna try and dodge. And she's gonna get it. These are feebles. She blocks the 5, so she is good. So she's just gonna try and get back. So this is her, so she's gonna move 1, 2, and she's gonna actually take a shot there. So it's gonna be 4 dice, 2 dice for the zombie. He's got 2, and all she needs is 2s or better in order to hit. Oh my gosh, we got the 6s. I hope those come in handy later. So he gets obliterated, and zombie goes bye-bye. So now, Daenor can't do anything, so I'm just going to move Orloff. And what he's going to do is he's going to try and get into this chest. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to try and crush this chest, because we need to book it out of here. But he's going to try and crush the chest. It's going to be 3. So 3 dice for the chest. And then Orloff gets 5 dice. And he needs at least 1 success of 3. Try and take it down, and he gets frenzy 1, so he's going to be able to reroll at least 1 of these dice. All right, so the chest needs 2+, so it's going to be able to block that 5. However, Rorden has just way too many successes, and that means the door goes down, or the chest goes down. And what is in the chest? We got a healing potion and a healing potion. Those I'm pretty sure will come in handy later on in the game. So that's the end of the hero turn. So now it goes to the Overlord, and Overlord really doesn't have anything to play. I guess he's just going to play his dance. No, he's just going to save that. He really can't move anybody. This hasn't been explored, so we're just going to draw a card. And it's double commands, which doesn't really do him any good. He needs to raise some of these zombies. But let's go ahead and roll for this cave-in. If that caves in, that means we have to go away around. It's not doubles, so it's a difference of 4. So now this is moving 4. So it's going, where's the other one at? Oh, 1, 2, 3, and it ends up in the same spot, 4. So it's still kind of flimsy there, but luckily it wasn't a cave-in. Okay, so now the beginning of the hero phase. We're going to make it a little interesting. Since we already know where the exit is, I'm going to roll a die. On a 1, 2, or 3, we're going that way. 4, 5, or 6, we're going this way. Just to keep it a little bit more suspenseful. Here we go. It's a 6, so that means the heroes are going to travel this way. And we're going to try and go out that way and see if the door's there. So here we go. Taking off this because he is no longer underneath the power of the Overlord. And Daenor is going to run. So he's going to go do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to go to here, surrounded by all these bones galore. And what he's going to do is he's going to go ahead and cast his Break Ward spell. So it means we're going to tap the Break Ward spell. So this is gone. And this door's gone. So now we've revealed another door here with a 3/3 to knock it down. Another door here with a 3/3 to knock it down. And then a chest with a 2 of a magic ward and another zombie. And of course, that's where one of the collapses can happen. Oh boy. So Daenor's done. That's all he could do. So now we're going to start moving. We can't go this way because we need a spellcaster to go and take that ward off. So I'm going to determine with the rest of the group to see if we want to go out this door or that door. So on a 1, 2, or 3, we'll go there. Anything else, we'll go through the other one. Nope, we're going to try and get out through there. So we're going to move Orloff. He's just going to run. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, he's going to get on top of this bones. That way we can't summon anybody there. And now we have Madriga. She's just going to run as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going to get right next to Daenor. And then Rorden's going to go. And he's just going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to back him up right there. Actually, you know what? We'll go to here. So that way, if he needs to move, because I'm pretty sure that zombie's going to come and attack, he can move and kind of clear up the room so that Orloff can go. So that's going to be it for the heroes. So now it's going to go on to the Overlord, and he's got just the 1 activation, so he's just going to move. So he's going to move 1. Actually, you do go 1, 2, 3, and he's going to attack Daenor. So it's going to be 2 dice for the zombie, and then it's going to be Daenor has 2 combat dice himself. So the 2s are better on both sides because they're only armor 1, so they need to beat it. So, hey, look at that! All right. So Daenor blocks it off. The 1's a feeble. That's going to block the 6, and there's no other hits. Good job, Daenor. You survived that combat. And we really can't cast anything else because there are no other monsters that we can really play. So that's going to be it for the Overlord. He's just going to draw his card. And here we go. He's got 2 Rays of Dead. So we know what he's going to be planning for the next round. And that's going to be it for this turn. All right, so before we begin turn 4, let's go ahead and roll for the collapse and see if anything does come down. And it is not a double, and it moves 3 spaces. So from here, it's going 1, where the zombie is, 2, 3, right back at the very beginning. So that's going to be it for this turn. Let's re-energize the cards. And now, without further ado, let's go ahead and strike. So I think I'm just going to try and break away Daenor. He's going to try and break out. So we will do the 2 attacks from the zombie and then 2 attacks from Daenor and see if we can't get out of dodge. There we go. Let's see. So Daenor managed to block that. This is a feeble, and then he blocks. Well, he doesn't need to block the 1 because it is a feeble. So he breaks away successfully. So he's just going to move back. So he'll do 1, 2, like so, just to try and get out of his way. And now Madriga is going to. Oh, actually, Madriga would have to break away too because she's technically there. Okay. I guess let's go with Orloff, and he will strike. So he's going to have his 5 dice. Oops, I'm using the wrong dice here. So 5 dice and then 2 from the zombie. So 3s for the zombie, which is the white dice, and then Orloff just needs 2s on his blue dice. And he's got Frenzy. So the 1s are feebles. The 2 actually hits because the zombie's only a 1. So the 6 will defeat that, and then all those 3 are going to go through. So the zombie is crushed. So zombie goes down. And that's both their activations. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try and move Rorden. He's going to run. So he's going to move. Yeah, he can go through there because that one's uncontested. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's not going to mess with that. He's going to try and crush down that door. So now we're looking at 4 dice against 3. Whoops, drop die. And he's going to need at least a 4 better to crush it down. So the ones become feebles. Uh-oh, that's not good. That means that, oh, the two's a feeble. But that door holds its ground. Yep, it held its ground. So nope, the door does not come crushing down. And now we have Madriga, who is just gonna move, and she doesn't want to hang around here just to be on the safe side. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's gonna be right there. And she is done, and that's gonna be the end for the heroes. So now it goes to the Overlord, and he's gonna play Raise the Dead 2. So that means he's gonna be able to pick 2 skeleton bones to raise some zombies, or should I say skellies. So we're gonna choose this one here. That goes away. And he's gonna pop up an archer. And then he's gonna raise this one. Oh, you know what? We're gonna raise this one here. We'll raise that one here. And he's gonna make a armored skelly. Oh, I believe it was right here. My bad. He's not an armored skelly. He's just a regular skeleton warrior. Okay. So now he's gonna activate. So we're gonna activate this guy here. So he's gonna move 1, 2, and he's gonna strike at Madriga there. And skeleton warriors have 2 dice. To Madriga's 3, and she's already been wounded, so she took in some damage. Let's see if he can wound her again. So needing 4s on the Skelly's dice, and Madriga to retell, she needs at least 3s. All right, so these are going to be feebles because those are not penetrating. Actually, that's a feeble because of Madriga's armor. She goes up to a 3, so they needs 4s. So that means Madriga blocks it off. Good job. And now we got the archer. He's just going to move like so. He's just going to move to here because he wants to get out of the cave-in. He's going to take a shot at Orloff. And he's going to have 3 dice for his shots because he's an archer. And Orloff has his 5 dice. 3 dice. Here we go. So needing 3s all the way around, actually. So let's see. The 1 is these are going to be feebles. The 3s are going to go through, but it's not going to really matter. He's going to be able to block both with that 6 and that 5. That'll block the 4s. So Orloff is good. So actually he's got one more command he can do because this is technically activated. So now he can move this zombie. So this zombie's just going to turn around. He's going to move up. He's going to move into 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and try and get into the war. Here we go. All right, so that's going to be the end of this turn. So now let's roll to see if any collapses do happen. The collapse is way over here, but it could come apart. There you go, double 1s. The bones is gone, and this whole tile disappears. So actually this would move 2 because it would move however many we rolled on the dice. So it was a 2, so that means it would go 1 and 2. So it would end up, it would end up right here. So back to the hero turn we go. And rather than having all this cluttered in this one spot, I'm hoping what we'll do is meet up on this side. I'm hoping it connects. So these guys are gonna go through here while Warden and Madriga go through this door. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and activate Orloff, and Orloff is gonna try and smash this door down. So he's gonna move 1, 2. He's gonna get his 5 dice. And the door's gonna have its 3 dice. And let's see if we can't crush it. We just need 1 success of a 4 better. Oop, 1 more. And he does have Frenzy 1. And he's not gonna get it. Actually, he might, because these are going to be feeble dice here, because it needs at least a 3 or better to block. And actually, no, he's not going to get it, because he needs 4s, and he only got 3s. So yeah, it's going to stand. So that door is just fine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to activate and go with Daenor, and he's just going to go here like so. and he's going to take a shot at that skeleton, and he's going to burn one of his mana crystals to go and add an extra die, and he's going to do Flame Bolt. And I believe Flame Bolt, if I'm not mistaken, I think it is a, oh, that's a long. So let's see if burn is a little bit easier. Yeah, it's a short, and it's gonna be a 4-die attack. So we're gonna add 1 extra die because of the crystal. So that means we're gonna be rolling 5 dice. And it's a defense of a 2 for the skeleton archer. And let's see if we can't beat him. So all these are feebles. The 6 will beat the 5, and it's not going to have that. So it's going to be 2 successes, and I believe that becomes a pile of bones. Okay, so it did end up being a pile of bones, and actually I read that wrong. Burn is actually a major spell, so that means he could only cast 1 major spell, or he can cast up to 3 minor spells because he's a magister now. So since we cast that, he can't cast anything else, and he is done. And it's going to go to Rorden, and Rorden is going to try and smash that door using his 4-die attack, and it's a 3-die defense because of the door. Let's see if we can't crush that thing down. And actually he did it. The 6 is going to beat either one of those 4s. These are all feeble, and all he needs is just 1 success, so he got it down. And after revealing that door, I went ahead and put the rest of the map out. There is the huge magical door that we need to get through, and that is our exit point. That's where we need to go. We need to break that down. We do that, we win the game. So we need to get our crew in there. It looks like we can take this path. The only thing is it's going to be a little crunchy, so I'm thinking we might go this way. And we have a few creatures over here that I haven't spawned that will spawn as soon as we open that door, if we open that door. So now that Rorden's gone, the only one left is Madriga, and she's going to try and strike this Skelly. She has no room to move, so it's just going to be 3 dice for combat, and he has 2 dice for defense. And we are needing to beat 3s. And the Skelly is needing 3s himself to try and get some defense dice. Whoa, that's pretty good. So she doesn't get a reroll. It's only on the shot. 1 is a feeble. So she's actually going to bust that Skelly down. She succeeds with that, and then she gets 2. So 2 successes is going to make a pile of bones. So now on to the Overlord. He's just going to move. He's just going to activate this zombie, and he's just going to move. 1, 2, and he's trying to try... Actually, he's going to go for Madriga. He's going to try and take her down. He's got his 2 attacks for being the zombie, and then Madriga's going to have 3-die defense. And that's a drop die, so here we go. The 3 is going to miss, so she is going to block it. She is good. So with that, there are no other monsters on the field in order to activate. So Overlord's going to finish his turn. He's going to draw. And it's going to be a delay. That should help him to try and get these monsters to stir back up. And with that's going to end the turn. So now let's go ahead and roll our dice and see if anything happens with the caves. It doesn't collapse, so it's going to be 2 that it moves. It's over here. So there's nothing here. So it's 1 blank, and then it's going to go right over here to this spot. So it's going to be right there. And on to turn 6. So top of the turn, here we go. Now a couple of things I added. I forgot that there was a little spot here we needed to add with a breakable area. So I added that, and then we went ahead and revealed the Revenant, Dwarf Revenant, because these do connect. So that is an extra enemy that the Overlord's going to be able to use. So we're going to go with the heroes first. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move Rorden. He's going to try and break away. And now the zombie's going to take a free whack. Rorden's going to have his 4 dice. And zombie's going to have his 2. And, ooh, zombie's going to do a damage. Nice. Nice. That's going to beat all that. So yeah, Roden's going to take a damage. So we'll go ahead and mark that. But he can still continue on doing his move. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll go this way. Kind of keep an eye on this Revenant. Don't want him breaking through here and start raping on my guys over here. So Roden's going to be done. And I think his tough, does that activate now or does that activate at the end of the round? Okay, so I guess let me go ahead and roll it right now before I forget. So on a roll of a, I believe it's a 5 or better. Let me see. A roll of a 6. He can heal. So, nope, it's a roll of a 3. So Roden is done. So now the Overlord is going to play 2 interrupts. So he's going to be able to interrupt 1 right now, and then we can choose to spend another one at the end of one of the hero's activations. So the first one we're going to interrupt with is the zombie. He's going to smack Madriga. So he'll have his 2 dice. Madriga's going to have 3. Let's see if Madriga can block it off. She's been blocking so far pretty well. And she still does it again. 2 6s and a 5 is going to block the 4 and the 1. So she is fine. Now it goes to the heroes. Orloff is just going to... Olaf. Thinking Disney. He's going to go ahead and try and beat down this door. So he's going to have his 5 dice. The door has 3. We need at least 1 success to try and break this down. It looks like a... Well, it looks like a 4. We'll leave it at a 4. So the feebles are going to be the 1, 2, 3s. The door does manage to get 3 4s, but the 6 is going to beat at least, well, it's going to beat all of them, and all we need is just 1 success. So the door goes down, and that's going to leave this open. The only problem is that he is in the way, and now I can't get, well, we could go this way and open that up, but then we have that Revenant that might be coming our way. So we are probably not going to do that. Actually, what we'll do is we'll come this way. He will go 1, 2, and he's going to go ahead and cast. Actually, his burn should have already been untapped because it's already been 2 turns since he used it. But we're going to go ahead and use Flame Strike. It'll be a 2 dice attack. We're going to go ahead and burn. We'll go ahead and burn one of the big crystals, the power 2. So it's going to add us 2 dice to that shot. So we're looking at 4 die attack going against that zombie and 2 dice to defend. And let's see if we can kill him. Well, the 6 is going to count till out. Actually, all these hit because he's only a defense 1. So the 6 is going to block that. That 6 is going to take on that. So it's 3 hits, and that's going to melt that zombie. So good job. Taking out the zombie. He is done. Now that's going to free up Madriga. So now Madriga is just going to move, and she's just going to try and run this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's going to stay there because there is a lot of cave-ins right here that could possibly happen. So she'll be facing this way, put her back arc to that way so that if case anything does raise up, she'll be ready for it. So that's going to be the end of the hero turn. Actually, I'm sorry. Before she moved, we had 1 more interrupt. So the Overlord's going to move the Revenant. He's just going to go into base with the Dwarf and start striking. So the Dwarf Revenant has 4 dice. It's actually going to be 4 against 4. Undead Dwarf versus regular Dwarf. Here we go. So he's going to need 5s to hit, and I need 4s to block for Roden. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that was a terrible roll for Roden. So all these are feebles, and the Revenant's he's gonna do 1 damage to Roden. Ouch, that hurts. All right. So now he's at 2. So that's going to end the hero turn. However, now it goes to the Overlord. And the Overlord is just going to go ahead and play delay. That's going to shorten down the time frame that the heroes have to get to that door, because we're going to draw 2 cards instead of just 1 of the Overlord cards. So he is going to have his regular 3 activations. He doesn't have anything to activate at the moment, and he can't summon. So we're just going to go with the Revenant. He's just going to strike once again. So 4 dice against 4 on Rorden. That's a better roll right there for Rorden. So let's see. Let's take out the Feebles. That's not going to do nothing. Got 2 6s and a 5. No, that's still not a good roll for Rorden. So he's going to take another point of damage. And he is very close to being injured. So that's not good. But that's going to be the end of the Overlord, because he's got nobody else to activate. So now let's draw our 2 cards. First one is going to be 2 extra commands. And then his second one is, 3 Raise the Dead. Here we go. Now he's going to be able to get some reinforcements and try and delay these heroes some more. So now let's go ahead and roll to see if there's the Cave-In. And there is not. It's a difference of 4. So it was here. So now it is going to move. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's going to end up right back here on this spot. So here we go. On with the hero phase. We're going to move Daenor. And he's just going to walk this way. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Get here. And he's going to go ahead and cast his Break Ward. So he's going to break this door down. So that takes care of that. But that is ends his activation. But now we're going to go ahead and move Orlov. And he's going to go try and help his dwarf buddy. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because you can't quite get behind him. Okay. So now he's going to strike. So he's going to have his 5 dice, 3, 4, 5. The Revenant is going to have 4 dice, but -1 because he is being outnumbered right now. So it's going to be 5 to 3 dice. Let's see if we can't take him down, because man, Rorden is really hurting right now. So he is not doing very good. Yeah, it's not a bad roll. So we needed 4s to hit him. So the 3 and the 2, actually the 2, yeah, the 2 is a feeble. So the 6 is going to take on the 5. The 5 is going to beat the 3. Oh, that is a nice roll. That is a nice roll. 4 successes against the Revenant. 4 successes, he is destroyed. So down goes the Revenant. And likely so, because man, Rorden was taking a pounding. All right. So now with him out of the way, so now Rorden's going to move. And he's going to try and take down the, oops, looks like this little area got pushed back. He's going to try and take out that door. So let's move 1 to there and beat the door down. So he's got 4 dice. He's not quite injured yet. And let's see if he can't try and break it down. That 6 is going to block it all. So let me see. He needs 4s. He needs at least get 1 success. Actually, the 2's a feeble. 3's a feeble. Actually, no. We're going to be able to break it down. He's going to block that, but there's nothing to block this. So that's 1 success. That's all we needed. So down goes the door. So now all we have is just Madriga, and she's just going to move. She's going to go ahead and just get out of dodge, because that could collapse. So she's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stand on top of this pile of bones just to prevent anything from popping up. And she's going to be facing this way. She does not want her back towards anything. And that's going to be it for the heroes. So now it goes on to the Overlord. So the Overlord didn't have any interrupts, but we are going to play Raise the Dead. So after contemplating, we put a little bit of reinforcements here to try and slow these guys down, and we put one back here to threaten Daenor and see if we can't injure him before he gets any further up. So here we go. So starting with him, he's just going to move up 1 to there, and then he's just going to shoot. So he's going to have 3 dice, and Daenor only has 2. So all he needs is 2's to hit Daenor, and Daenor needs to block, and he needs 3's in order to, actually no, the archers are 1s, so he needs 2's as well. So it's 2 and 2. Not very good. So that's gonna take, he's gonna take a point of damage. The 2 was good, but the 6 and the 4 are higher than that 2. So the damage goes to Daenor. So going over here, this archer is just gonna move up, and he's gonna try and take on Rorden. He's already pretty jacked up, but he's good. He does have 4 dice, and the archer's gonna have 3, and he's gonna need 5s to hit Rorden. Let's see, the 1s and the 2s. Actually, the 2s do block because they're not feeble. That 2 blocks nothing. Actually, he needed 5s, so these are all feeble. Nothing breaks through. Rorden is fine. And he's got 1 more activation. This Skelly is just going to move up and just kind of support his archer buddy. That's pretty much it. That is going to be the end of the round. So we're going to go ahead and draw our card before we roll to see if anything collapses. 1 Raise the Dead. Another zombie coming up. And now let's roll to see if anything collapses. Does not collapse. It's just going to move 1. So this token is just going to move over here, and it's going to be right there like so. Hero phase. Daenor is booking it. He is gone. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to stand right on top of these bones, make sure they don't summon up, and he's just going to go ahead and cast his break ward. That's going to bust open this door. That's exactly what he needed to do. And now we're going to go with Orloff, and he's going to run that way. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think he moves 7. Yeah, he moves 7. He'll block like this just to get ready in case that Skelly spawns, and you'll get some free whacks. And now it's just going to be, we're going to go with her. Magic gun. Oh, I don't think she's going to have line of sight though. Yeah, she doesn't have line of sight there. So it's going to have to be, Rorda's going to have to go in. So he's just going to go there. And he is going to probably be at a -1 because I think that would be adjacent. Yeah, I would say so. Okay, so going into hand-to-hand. So we're looking at 3 dice because he's outnumbered. He's not quite injured yet. So he's still going to have his 3. And then the skeleton archer is going to have 2 for being in melee. All right. The 6 is going to block. The 4 is going to block the 3. The 2 is going to get through, but it has no effect on Skellies with just 1 hit. So he is going to be fine. Only one left is Madriga, and I guess she's just going to try and pop that Skelly over here. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and she should have line of sight from there to there. And she's going to take a shot. So she's not injured. So she's going to have 4 dice for her shot. And then 2 for, no. Yeah, because he rolls 2 defenses. When you don't roll your shooty defense. It's always just your regular basic combat defense. All right. So these are gonna miss. Skelly's gonna block that one, but 2 are gonna successfully go through because she hits. Oh, actually, she has a reroll. So reroll that. There you go. So it's gonna be 3 successes going into the Skelly. That's gonna destroy him. Almost forgot about Sure Shot. Hero phase is done, so now we're gonna go ahead and, actually, let me go ahead and roll for tough, Orloff still hasn't taken any damage, but Rorden did. So on a 6, he's gonna heal. Nope, he does not heal. And now it's gonna go on to the Overlord. He's gonna raise 1 dead, and I don't know if he really wants to risk that because he is gonna get crushed as soon as he pops up. However, if he pops up over here, Rorden cannot do a free whack because he is in his line of sight though. Everything is in the line. Actually, no, he's in his back arc. Never mind. So he is gonna raise it there. We're just gonna do a warrior. He's gonna pop up here. And now he's gonna have 3 activations. So all these 3 are gonna take whacks at Rorden. If he falls, the game is over. So here we go. We're gonna have him go first. So we're looking at Rorden being outnumbered, and he's not injured, so he's still gonna have 3 dice. And actually he's in his back arc, so that's another -1. So actually he's only gonna have 2 dice. And then 2 dice from the Skelly. We're starting with this guy. Here we go. Rorden tanks it. He gets 5 and a 4, beating that 2 and a 3. That was a close one. And now here we go with the next one. Same thing, -2. Actually, no, this is only gonna be -1 because he's not the one attacking that's in the back. He's actually facing his front. All right, so that means it's gonna be -1 die because he is outnumbered. Oh my gosh, that was blocked as well though. Good job, Rorden. Blocks the 6, blocks the 5. He's good. And then last but not least, he is in his attack zone, so he's gonna go ahead and strike there. So we're gonna have the same thing. It's gonna be 3 dice to 2. The 1 is a feeble, the 5 is gonna get a hit. Those are all gonna hit, but in this case it doesn't matter because he's just defending. The 6 is gonna block the 5 and he is fine. Rorden tanks it. All right, good job. Now at the end of the turn, can't really play anything else because we did play Raise the Dead, so we're drawing another card. And it is going to be 3 extra commands. Okay, so let's roll the die to see if anything collapses. No collapses, but it is a difference of 2. So this is gonna move. So 1, 2, uh-oh. So here we go. We'll start with Madriga. She's just gonna turn around, go to there. She's gonna take a shot here. So she's gonna have her 4 dice. And it's just gonna be the 2. He is gonna block it. No, actually, no. She needs 2. No, she needs 3s. So these, actually, she get a reroll. Sure shot. Nope. And that was I think that was a 4. And I think he's gonna block it either way. No, actually, what was this? See, that was a 6. I know it was a high number. It doesn't matter. She's just gonna get 1 hit, so it doesn't really matter because I know that would have blocked that either way. And then that's gonna go through, but 1 hit doesn't have no effect on him, so he's fine. So now we're gonna go with Rorden. He's just gonna try and beat the heck out of that Skelly with the archer, I guess. And that 6 is gonna block the 5. The 2 is a feeble, and he's gonna be a pile of bones. 2 are gonna go through. All right, here we go. We break this down, the game is over. Here we go. Orloff, come on, buddy. You got to do this. So it's 1, 2, 3. Breaking it down. He's got 5 die attack. And he needs at least a 4 or better. Here we go. Come on. Let's see. He's got Frenzy. That does not help. The 2s are gone. Oh my gosh, the door is not broken down. Nope. That's it. It blocked it. Okay, so now it goes on to Daenor. Daenor's just gonna move. He's gonna move 1, 2, 3, and he's gonna go ahead and do his, not his burn, but his Flame Bolt. Yeah, Flame Bolt is 2 dice. He's going to burn one of his Power 1 crystals. So he's going to go ahead and roll an extra die. Trying to blast this guy here. And the 2s, all this is going to be feeble here. Actually, no, the 2 actually would stop because he's only an armor of... It doesn't matter. He got 1 success. It's not going to do anything because 1 success doesn't do anything to these guys. Okay, so Overlord turn. The Overlord is going to go ahead and do Dance Macabre. And that allows all minions may move 1 square as long as they do not need to break away to do so. They will fight as normal if they move into a position to do so. This is in addition to each model's move and action for the turn. So he's just going to strike there. He's going to, actually, he can't move, so he's just going to strike there because I believe it allows him to fight. Yep. Fight as normal. So here we go. First guy going against Daenor. So he is not in his back arc, but he is outnumbered. So it's going to be 3 dice. The 1s and 2s are feeble. That blocks that. But that blue is going to go through. But oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting the blues are the heroes. So he does block it. And now he's going to strike. And this time Daenor only has 2 dice because he is getting hit from the back. The 6 is going to block the 5. Oh, actually, no. The 3 is a feeble because Rordan is a defense of a 5. So the 2 would have also been feeble, so that's going to be a block also. Whew, that was close. But that's just the card. So now they're going to do their regular actions. So he's going to strike there. So 3 dice, actually 2 dice because he's outnumbered and he's getting hit from behind. Oh, that is lucky. He does not even get a hit. So he's fine there. And actually, you know what? Nah, we got to, because I don't want to break away and then he gets destroyed. So he has to try and at least injure Rordan here. So it's going to be 2 dice to 3. And there we go. He just did it. That's gonna wound Rordan. He's down to 1 wound left. And that is the end of the Overlord turn. So now let's draw the last card here. Curse them all. You summon vile and ancient witches to the curse of the heroes for thwarting your plans. Until the end of the round, all heroes are cursed and they have a -1 armor. Oh boy. So that means at the end of this turn, if this door isn't broken, the Overlord has won, because once he cannot draw his card, the game ends. Okay, so this is it. Before we start, let's go ahead and roll to see if anything collapses. Nothing collapses. It's going to move 3. So the marker's over here. So it's going to move 1, 2, and then 3. So we're going to go back over here. So it's stuck there. Okay, so let's do this. She's going to shoot there. So it's going to be 4 dice to the 2. Maybe she can at least take him down. Finally. The 1s and 2s are feebles because she's a defensive 4. Oh, she's got a reroll. Sure shot. And that doesn't help. And once again, it's just 1 success. That doesn't do anything. Magic is done. Over here, actually we're going to go with Rordan. He's going to smack that. So it's going to have 3 dice and then 2 for the skelly. And let's see, the 5's going to beat that. The 5's going to beat that 3. So he's going to crush him. 3 successes are going to go through and he finally destroys the skelly. All right, so here we go. Orloff, you got to do it here, buddy. If not, it's going to be all fall on Daenor, and we really don't want that. So here we go. 3 dice for the door, 5 for Orloff. He just needs 1 success. Jeez. He's got a reroll. Come on, give me a 6. Yeah, it's better. So it's 4, 5. The 3s are feeble. All this is feebles. The 3s are success. So the 6 will block the 5. The 4 is going to block the 4. And once again, the door does not go down. I think this is pretty much game. The Overlord, I think, is going to take it. The only thing left is just Daenor going to move up. And he's going to try and break it down. That's all we got. Two dice to 3. He needs at least 1 success. Couldn't do it. We could not do it. He did it. Holy cow, he did it. Let's see, the 2 is a feeble because the door needs a 4. And that 6 is good. Yep, he got it. Oh my gosh. Daenor, the hero that we were that we were needing throughout this whole game, successfully destroys the door with that 1/6. That is it. Holy cow. He doesn't get that 6. This game is over and the Overlord takes it. Wow. What? Man, I don't know what to say, man. Holy cow, the wizard breaking down the door with his fist. I guess he just got angry and just punched it as hard as he could, since Orlov couldn't seal the deal. Oh man, what a game. What a game. The heroes managed to squeak out the victory. Really close game. All down to one last card draw. And Daenor, out of nowhere, I did not believe that he would be the hero that would knock down the door, but he successfully did it. Cool game. I felt like there should have been more monsters, but I also understand probably why they didn't do that, because the mission is so huge. This was a huge map. It almost used all the tiles in here, and I was actually running out of tiles, and I had to just kind of create some. So I can see why they kind of limited it to certain monsters, and then of course the Raise the Dead stuff to kind of stall the heroes. But all in all, I had a lot of fun. This was really cool. It's been a while since we've had Dungeon Saga on the channel. We'll try to get more of these missions pumped out. I'm hoping maybe the next 2 or 3 weeks we'll finally run into the Ogre Shaman, which is the next boss in this game. So that should be a ton of fun, and you should hopefully be seeing that in about 3 weeks, hopefully. Just depends on what else we got on the painting table at the time. But this was great. It was a fun game. Guys, if you guys saw anything that I did wrong, please mention it in the comments below, or just comment below if you liked the game, if you enjoyed it, if you think I could make improvements, then by all means mention it below. I'm always reading all the comments just to get more helpful pointers on running these games. Other than that, that's going to be pretty much it for this one, guys. Don't forget, if you like this content, please hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. That just helps us grow as a channel. And also, don't forget, we do have our Patreon that is up and running. For as low as $3, you get exclusive content, a chance to win monthly giveaways, and plus other stuff that we're going to be adding further on down the line as well. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. Always keep rolling dice, and don't forget, always paint your walls crimson. Take care, guys.